Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Oubliette Oracle on Sandown Pier Arcade. Holly had always been drawn to the mystical allure of the Isle of Wight. Its quaint villages, rugged coastline, and rich history whispered secrets of bygone eras. Yet, none intrigued her more than the Sandown Pier Arcade, a relic of forgotten time standing sentinel against the crashing waves. As she stepped onto the weathered boards of the pier, a chill wind whispered through the air, carrying with it the scent of salt and decay. The arcade, once a bustling hub of laughter and joy, now stood silent and forgotten, its windows dark and its doors creaking with neglect. Holly's curiosity led her deeper into the arcade, where she stumbled upon a dimly lit corner obscured by shadows. There, nestled amongst dusty shelves and forgotten trinkets, she found what she had been seeking, the Oubliette Oracle. The fortune-teller's booth was like something out of a dream, or perhaps a nightmare. The air was heavy with the scent of incense, and the sound of dripping water echoed ominously in the background. The crystal ball sat atop a pedestal, its surface gleaming with an otherworldly light. Hesitant but intrigued, Holly approached the crystal ball and placed her hands upon its smooth surface. As she gazed into its depths, she felt a strange sensation wash over her, as if the world around her was shifting and warping. Visions flooded her mind, memories long forgotten and buried rising to the surface like ghosts from the past. She saw faces she didn't recognize, heard voices she couldn't place, and felt emotions she couldn't comprehend. But amidst the chaos of the visions, one thing became clear: there were secrets buried beneath the surface of the Isle of Wight, secrets that had been forgotten for centuries. And the Oubliette Oracle held the key to unlocking them. Driven by a newfound sense of purpose, Holly delved deeper into the mysteries of the arcade, unraveling the tangled threads of history that bound the island together. With each revelation, she felt the presence of something dark and malevolent stirring in the shadows, its hunger growing with each step she took. But Holly was undeterred. She pressed on, determined to uncover the truth no matter the cost. And as she unearthed the final pieces of the puzzle, she found herself face to face with the vengeful spirits of those whose stories had been erased from history. With a deafening roar, the spirits descended upon her, their twisted forms writhing with rage and sorrow. But even as they reached out to consume her, Holly stood her ground, her resolve unbroken. In a final act of defiance, she raised the Oubliette Oracle high above her head and spoke the words of power that had been whispered to her in the depths of the crystal ball. Instantly, the spirits recoiled, their forms dissipating like smoke in the wind. And as the darkness receded, Holly felt a sense of peace wash over her, knowing that she had uncovered the truth and set the souls of the forgotten to rest at last. As she left the Sandown Pier Arcade behind, the sun began to rise over the horizon, casting its golden light upon the Isle of Wight once more. And though the memories of the ordeal would stay with her forever, Holly knew that she had emerged victorious, a champion of the forgotten and the lost. As Holly emerged from the depths of the arcade, the morning sun bathed the Isle of Wight in a warm glow, casting long shadows that danced across the pier. She took a deep breath, the salty sea air filling her lungs, cleansing her of the darkness that had threatened to consume her. But even as she stepped out into the light, Holly couldn't shake the feeling that something lingered in the shadows, watching and waiting. The Oubliette Oracle may have been silenced for now, but its power was not to be underestimated. Determined to put the horrors of the arcade behind her, Holly made her way back to the village, her mind racing with thoughts of what she had uncovered. The secrets of the Isle of Wight ran deeper than she could have ever imagined, and she knew that her journey was far from over. As she walked, Holly couldn't shake the feeling that she was being followed, a presence lurking just beyond the edge of her vision. She quickened her pace, the echoes of her footsteps ringing out like a drumbeat in the stillness of the morning. But no matter how fast she ran, the feeling persisted, a cold dread creeping into her bones with each passing moment. And as she rounded the final bend in the road, she came face to face with the source of her fear. Standing before her was a figure shrouded in darkness, its eyes burning with an otherworldly light. It spoke with a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the earth itself, sending shivers down Holly's spine. "You have meddled in affairs beyond your understanding, mortal," the figure intoned, its voice like a whisper in the wind. The secrets you have uncovered are not yours to know. Leave this place, or suffer the consequences. But Holly stood her ground, her gaze unwavering. She had come too far to turn back now, and she refused to let fear dictate her actions. "I will not be intimidated by you," she declared, her voice ringing out with a strength she didn't know she possessed. "The truth will always prevail, no matter the cost." With a howl of rage, the figure lunged forward, its form twisting and contorting in the darkness. But before it could reach her, Holly raised the Oubliette oracle high above her head, channeling its power into a blinding burst of light. The figure recoiled, its form dissolving into nothingness as the light consumed it. And as the darkness faded, Holly felt a sense of peace wash over her once more. But even as she stood victorious, she knew that the shadows would always linger, waiting for their chance to rise again. The Oubliette oracle may have been silenced for now, but its power would never truly be extinguished. With a final glance back at the Isle of Wight, Holly turned and walked away, knowing that her journey was far from over. For wherever there were secrets to be uncovered and darkness to be vanquished, she would be there, a guardian of the forgotten and the lost. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.